Hey guys, Bobby back, and today we are playing Making History of the Second World War again, and I am wanting to do something a little bit different with this one. I want to play a smaller nation, kind of build them up. World domination isn't necessarily the immediate goal, but to kind of preserve myself as a tiny nation. So we're going to be playing Building for War, the early start date. I'm going to play some here. I'm going to play some Last Days of Peace here soon. Um, Maybe a German or a Russian version, scenario where I don't have as much time to build up and actually prepare for the war. I just have to kind of go into it with what I got, use some more strategy and such. Um, you'll see the 2021 scenario right there. That's something I've been working on off and on for a couple months. I kind of lost track of it with the book. Uh, Started it during one of my um, lapses of a writer's block. So I kind of had to, find something else to work on, and I chose this, a scenario for this, based in 2021. I'll probably introduce it, um, or get back into it here soon. Maybe even do like a video on it or something. Maybe. We'll see what happens. We're going to be playing as the Chinese Soviet Republic, the 57th largest, most powerful nation in the game. Terrible military, no influence, no industry, bad science. Normal settings, autosave every 10 turns, normal, fog of war, yep, alright. So, we're going to get into this. I kind of, with this, I want to start off, I'm going to do different scenarios with different nations, kind of do like a playthrough with each nation, and kind of do something fun with it, kind of like a little mini series of, you know, maybe not every time it's world domination. Maybe it's just, hey, conquer all of this continent or some historic aim or goal that the country had in the past. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Today we're going to be doing the Chinese Soviet Republic. So, let's get that started. Alright, here we are with the Chinese Soviet Republic. We are in a perilous situation. We're surrounded by the Ma clique, the Republic of China, and the Shangzi clique. All three sides. We're only at war with the Republic of China currently. First things first, research tree is pretty lacking. We're all the way down here in early industrialization, really pre-industrial era. We're just getting into the early industrialization. We're doing steam engines, so we'll see how that goes. If we go here, we do have a barracks in our one and only city and only region, so that's good. We can do some infantry. Takes 4 turns. Okay. We're gonna do a university. Just makes sense. We'll do some open field farms. Don't have any resources. Great. We'll go here. There's no point to tax because, look, you're only going to get 43. You're still going to be negative. What's the point in having 33% government support? Negative. If you do 0, you get a plus 7. And also, since these only are good, since these are positive effects for you, keeps down the radicalism, keeps your nation more secure, it makes sense to pay for this because you're still going to be negative, but not by enough that it's not worth it. It just makes sense. And you'll see kind of our plan for this. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to propose diplomatic relations to the main. We're going to do it to the main people. There's too many to do all of them, and that would just be boring for you guys to watch. So, most of the big powers will actually acknowledge our existence. The US won't, Germany won't, Japan won't. Other than that, though, they will pretty much all do it except Belgium. Look, Belgium always says no. I don't get it. I'm sure there's something to do with that there, but I don't know. We'll get Poland in here. Poland's usually nice. Sweden. And we'll do the Spanish Empire as well. Any more? We'll be fine. Alright, so, yeah, we're at war with the Chinese Empire, Guangdong government, the Haibi Chahar Political Council, and the Shantung government. A lot of different subsections in this warlording of China. It's kind of a mess. My goal in this game is to retake all of China. that's what I meant to do. Claimed regions, yeah. I don't see. It's funny. The Republic of China, which is weird because in real life, I'm pretty sure China actually says Mongolia is part of them as well. It's funny though. But yeah, my goal in this game is to conquer this. Just conquer China. Retake it for the People's Republic or whatever we're gonna call ourselves. We'll see. Maybe it'll be a surprise. Um, but yeah, other than that, there's not really much else to do setup wise. It's kind of just we've got the one army, and this is gonna be like our defense army. And you're gonna see as these turns progress what the plan is. It's pretty simple. Um, the Ma clique is a very weak neighbor, and there's a city there and some resources which will come in handy later, but not really in the immediate future. Plan is simple. We're going to build up a small army, invade the Ma clique, take the territory, and expand the empire. I've played Communist China before. I do it pretty often. I used to do it in the gold edition of Making History, the Calm and the Storm, back in the day, and I gotta say, it was way harder back then, just because of the way the system was made, where you had to actually like attribute each IPU, not each IPU, but like a set number of IPUs per city for a certain thing, instead of having it where a city can build tanks and build aircraft carriers and build anti-air guns and recruit an army. It's kind of overpowered. It's way more realistic. It's way more nuanced, I think, but it's just funny how that's kind of evolved in the series. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this kind of as a little mini series on the channel. My introduction video for the game is my most viewed video. It's got over 500 views, so I see no reason to not kind of go with that and keep building on that. I plan on playing the First World War as well, especially since that's getting more content coming soon. I think a fourth scenario was announced, which is really exciting. I would like to see more content for this game, the Second World War, but you know, I'll be honest, I would be kind of surprised if we did get that, which is fine. I'm just gonna reposition this. It's fine because I think the modding community and scenarios can kind of start that process up. There's a couple really, really well done mods out there that I play a decent amount. I'm working on one, like I, kind of showed you the 2021 mod, but, other than that, like, there's not a lot of new content, like, coming to this. There's supposedly an update for a 64-bit engine for this game, which would be amazing, because, honestly, the biggest issue I have with this game is, especially once you get into the later turns, like 300 plus, especially past 700, which I've definitely done as Communist China, is that it's just so difficult at that point to just do anything with so many troops, because if you have over 100 troops in a unit, and it's not just 100 specifically, it could be just a large number of troops, it can crash the game. It'll say out of memory, and it just, you're kind of shit out of luck. You just have to hope you had a save close enough behind, which is why I always have at least it set on 10 turns. I used to do 5. I used to do it every turn, but the game just took so long, and it actually turned me off to it for a while at first, until I realized that if I didn't need to do it every turn. If I did every 5-10 turns, it'd be fine. The only negative with that is, especially late game, at that point 5 turns is like a whole world of change. You could have set up so many governments, you could have conquered so much territory, made so much progress in a war, did all these trade deals, like set all this stuff up with your industry, and you're one turn away from another save, and then it crashes, and you're kind of shit out of luck. It's really shitty. I digress. I'm excited to kind of do this for a video. I do this a lot in private just for fun, just because I find this to be a really fun way to pass the time. It's kind of like a role-playing thing to me. Like, it's in my head, what would have resulted if these decisions were made. Especially when I play as Germany. You know, I'm pretty much always able to conquer France and do everything that they did in real life. But at that point, like, the game makes it so that you can build a navy so strong that you can take out England, you can take out America, you can take out anybody. There's really no hope for anybody. Um, if you know what you're doing, if you know how to play the game. The problem is it's only possible if you play as a country that can actually do that, that can mobilize its industry. The U.S. can do that. Germany can do that. Arguably, the USSR can do that. Um, really, any nation can. It's really just a matter of having the resources to be able to acquire them, whether through conquest, whether through colonization, whether through whatever method you want to go about it. Um, Japan, you can do so much with. I've had a game where I conquered all of China, all of India, basically all the Pacific. I was invading America the last time I was playing it, and you can absolutely do that. Like, it's very possible to build up. And really, what I found it to be, you have to build ironworks. One, because honestly, I don't like to overload myself with too many tanks, too many airplanes, especially late game, because there's less of a need for them. Sorry if I'm yawning a lot in this video. I don't know, pretty tired as of late, a lot, but basically you don't really have a lot of need for those planes late game, especially if you're not going to be playing it like. It just depends. Like, some players are naturally going to use the planes a lot more. I don't use them too much. It just kind of depends on if I'm feeling it or not. If I'm really wanting to like take full advantage of everything that's in my possession. With the Germans, I do it just because the Blitzkrieg is so useful. Having artillery, bombers, fighters, and an army all coming down at you at the same time, it works very well. It makes it a lot easier to like actually take over territory. I don't know how I'm supposed to. I don't know. I do it sometimes where I'm able to get it like that, but I don't know what to do. It's fine. But yeah, basically you have to build a lot of ironworks. Because once you have enough of the motorworks, enough of the air hangars, aircraft hangars, you don't really need them. And honestly, I build a lot of dockyards. Dockyards are probably the most important thing to me, because if you, like late game especially, you're not going to have a lot of food. Unless you don't focus on your military as much, which, if your goal is to become big and self-sufficient and, able to take care of yourself, you need a big army to conquer lands, defend yourself, and take on the Axis or the Allies, whichever side you're going against or teaming up with. Or, as I kind of do in my games with Communist China, typically, is I become that kind of third front. I kind of, I take over Indochina once Vichy France takes it over, because then Germany's not at odds with me. I don't have to worry about them, because by that point, they're probably taking over Russia, and they might succeed, they might not. Sometimes the Russians hold off. Most of the time, the Germans succeed. And also, depending on how good they do, they might be taking over England, so I could take over India. And at that point, I have puppets that can provide thousands and thousands of units of food and other resources. And you kind of become this like third front. The Allies are essentially Oceania, Eurasia is the Germans, and the whole, the Axis, and then you're kind of East Asia. It's kind of 1984-ish, but it's kind of, kind of realistic, kind of what it could have been. I don't know why. You know, I don't know. I don't know really know where I was going with that. This is another one that I'm doing kind of off the cuff live. It's gonna be my kind of style. I don't know. I'm just going for it. I'm just yawning a lot. It's fine. The best thing about this game, honestly, is the ability to set up puppet states, set up colonies, set up like kind of continue on your own storyline, essentially. Like say you want to free India and you really want like a communist India as your ally, you can do that. You can set that up. And if what I do, because especially as Germany, I'm constantly building so many units, so many troops to conquer and to defend myself, that all my MPUs are used up by that. So I don't have anything for food. So I'm always like hundreds and like upwards of thousands in the negative of food. But usually by that point, I have the Ukraine, I have Russia, I have, you know, a Polish state. I have all these different regions that I've conquered that can provide me the resources. Um, which, you know, sounds very basic, sounds very, in, you know, in real life at least. But in terms of the game, it just works so well. And I used to play without having that in mind. And it's a whole different way of looking at the game. So what we have for, you're probably like, how long is he going to be doing this for? I'm probably going to build to like eight infantry units. Once I have that, I'm going to take over the Ma clique and build a barracks in that city. Hopefully by that point it'll be time to take over the Shangzi. Hopefully by that point it'll be time to make peace with the Republic of China. Because basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to hopefully make peace with them, but not declare war on Japan. Because usually Japan leaves me alone. And depending on how well they do, I might be able to take over most of China just by doing that. So we have our university done. We'll do an ironworks just for the hell of it. It's not like it's going to matter, but anything. Enclosed farms, cool. We have researched steam engines yet? Nope, 58%. Okay. We're going to keep this going. Probably going to do an army of 5 in the south, and going west it'll be 3. I've done this a lot before. I just think it was always something I wanted to do as like a channel thing. It's one of those things, like, I've always wanted to do more of this game on here. It's just finding the time. I was doing some writing earlier, and kind of made a breakthrough finally after like a day of just not really having anything to write. And it came to me. And it worked out, and I knocked a couple things off my list that I'm working on. Uploaded, as I'm recording this, today is the day I uploaded my Modern Warfare 2 Remastered video, just talking about that subject and like what I would think about remasters for Call of Duty. Definitely interesting subject, something I'm, you know, pretty interested in. You'll obviously see more Call of Duty content on the channel, not just making history, not just Minecraft or whatever other games are out there that I might be playing. I've been kind of wanting to get back into Red Dead 2. I haven't played that basically since it released, so I kind of would like to get back into that. See, here we are. Netherlands wants to send you 21 gold. Yep. Australia. Yep. Sweden. UK. Soviet Union. Poland. France. See, here's what we're going to do is we're going to apply to a couple more and be like, hey, do you want to give me some money too? Let's see if Czechoslovakia wants to before Germany just takes them over. It's usually the bigger nations because they want influence. It's not going to be the smaller nations. At least until they get bigger. If they get bigger. The AI is not always the brightest in this game, but really that's not the fault of the developers. That's really just the way the game is and the way the systems are designed. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, say 4. Austria said no. Wow. It's probably because they're fascists. No, they're nationalists, but you know what I mean. See if Argentina, South Africa, usually the Unionist, or not the Unionist, the Commonwealth countries will send you some money. Let's see if I was right. I bet they sent me 6. 6 gold from South Africa. I'm willing to bet nothing on it, but I bet it happens. And the reason why I'm doing this one live, I kind of want this to be like a longer form video. Oh wow, they actually sent me one from Argentina. That's cool. I do kind of want this to be like just like a live series, something I do like 20-30 minutes here and there episodes. Nothing spectacular, just, you know, pretty typical stuff. Something on the highway. Or a motorcycle or something. Yeah, I wonder how the Spanish Civil War is doing. Let's go check that out. Thanks for the influence. Ooh, Romania. Yay, yay. The nationalists are doing decent. It's probably about time that I acknowledge their existence. I will grant them port access to increase that. I'll propose a trade access just because. We'll declare an embargo just to make them like us more. And we are going to support their war. So now we're at 70% with them. That's cool. I would try to sell them arms or some other trade, but I don't have the arms. I have 50 arms, but you know what I mean? I don't have any way to get it to them. So at this point, I'll just keep the 70. I just do that because they're going to inevitably win the Civil War, and it's always good to just have another country on my side. Even if they're nationalists, because they're in the Civil War, I assume that's just why they aren't going to be too picky about allying with me. Yep, and they sever diplomatic relations. That's fair. Don't blame you at all. Let's get this going. All right, we'll get one more. We'll get one more infantry and invade the Mach Clique. Kind of get this episode going and get it to a point where we can end it off and look forward to the future of this little series I'm doing. I don't know, innovation, changing it up, doing new things, trying something different is kind of what my channel's all about. I kind of just do whatever feels right in the moment, and kind of just feels true to me. Let's see, what do we got? We got 2 more turns, and then it'll be time to take them out. Ooh, the Mongol military government declared war on the Shangzi clique. That always happens. They always get wrecked, and then they get stuck with like one little territory, which is fine with me because that just means these guys are going to have another city for me to take over here soon. Look, we researched steam engines. We are so smart. We'll do oil expansion because that'll be necessary once we get these bad boys over here. I think I've... There's no one right here. Yeah. Alright, one more turn. I'm looking forward to see what they do with this series going forward. Because you've done World War II, you've done World War I now. Where do you go from there? Do you go back to Victorian era? Do you do 17th century, 18th century? Do you do the Cold War? Do you do modern day? I think you could do so much, honestly. And I'd be excited to see any of them, honestly. I think like a Victorian, like Civil War era is probably pretty likely. I think that's probably one of the more likely ones. Maybe even like ancient Rome. That'd be kind of cool. Like a Rome Total War kind of feel. Alright guys, I'm going to do a save game just because it's kind of force of habit. Also because this is a big milestone. We are officially ready to invade our first country. We are in the negative now, which is unfortunate, but we'll have some more people to rule over here. So, let's move in. Go there. Not what I wanted to do. There. There. And these guys over here. We're going to go all the way over there. And here we go. We take the region over. That's awesome. Oh look, Germany and Japan signed a treaty together. That's always fun. Pretty standard stuff. Hopefully, this means the pact between me and them can happen here soon. Alright, we're going to do that though. These guys are going to go there to defend that. Oh no, the Mach Clique have done general mobilization. Whatever will I do? It's going to be fine. They don't really pose much of a threat. They have one city, and I'm in it right now. Oh, did they defeat them? They did. Look at that. Okay. So we should have that here soon. Yep, there we go. Well, our relations with the Mongolian People's Republic goes down. That's fine, really. I don't really care too much. I wonder. I don't care, Shangzi Clique. Bite me, I don't care. Let's give these guys that. Um, I'm receiving that aid. Okay, cool. That's good. Okay. These two boys go here. And we're going there. Okay. Alright, so now we have, look, now we have another city, we have some more regions, we can do some more unpaved roads. We have some resources, but we don't know what prospecting is because we're still, we're still just so far behind right now, research-wise, but that's fine. We're going to build a barracks. I don't like to waste my MPUs on militia. I like to just get the infantry because they're going to be way more useful. And it's going to make it way easier for me in the long run. So here we go. Keep taking them over. Ooh, the Republicans took back Madrid. What? It's got to be a freak, right? Yeah, just a freak. The nationalists are going to win, no problem. Alright, so we got that. How's that fight going? Pretty decent. Okay. Well, there's them attacking me again. I wonder if I could just... It's going to be here any minute. I guarantee it that they're going to do the peace treaty, prepare for Japan. Or, I can't remember. It might be a little bit later on the line. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. In the north, at least until Japan. Yep, that's good. This is good, because what this does is, at least until Japan attacks and they try to take these guys over, I have the ability to take the Maklik and Tibet without having to worry about these guys. So, let's see. They're independent, right? Yep, okay. Okay, now I don't really have to worry about that. Now, here's what I'm going to do. Do that. But now, I'm going to go over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take these guys over. This timed out really well, actually. I just have to make sure I do this in a timely manner to get as much territory as I can. In enough cities. It's funny, because I normally don't do it this way. I normally don't go over these guys until a little bit later. I usually always go after Tibet next. Thanks, Italy. I really appreciate that, actually. Okay, so that one, and then that one. Okay. This is good. As you can see, we've, sextupled the size of our territory. If not even more than that. Honestly, we could just call this, sleepy strategy game time with Bobby at this point. I'm just yawning all over the place. But, alright. One more turn, and then we're going to invade these guys. The Mock League should be done soon. The Shangzi clique doesn't side with the Republic. They don't, get morphed into them. That's why I'm not going to focus on them yet. I'm going to focus on these other guys, just so I can take them before they have a chance to go with the Republic. Burgos becomes the capital of the nationalist. Really? Still have Madrid? That's interesting. Oh, they do. Look at us. We have an ironworks. Real capacity, sure. I can't do anything with it. We'll do some more of these boys. More open field farms, because, might as well while we're at it. Okay, cool. So, here's this. We're going to invade these guys. And it's like they never saw it coming. I just hope the Republic of China doesn't hate me for it and, attacks me. No, but a bunch of other countries stopped giving me money. That's annoying. I doubt they care about these guys, right? They normally don't. Nope, nothing. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. Okay. We need to get some backup in there. Okay. Tibet's pretty much always free in this, which is sad considering real life, but you get what I mean. Basically, it's always um, they don't get conquered by China whenever they like all form together to fight the Japanese. So we'll be fine without that. Yes, Sweden. Oh, yay, yay, yay. Countries are sending me money. We like to see that. Yeah, we want to have a navy here soon. We'll do that. Hopefully, as these two guys not interact, come into the territory, I'll take it over, and then we can keep going. Which means we have a new territory, though, as well. Not territory, city. You can tell I've just fried. Okay, there's that, there's that, there's that, there's that, and there's that. Cool, okay. Hopefully we just conquer them. Yep, okay. We got one more. Basically, the Republic of China has no idea what what they're in store for. I'm coming into town. This is my country. We're taking it back. We also have a new area to be a training camp, and we'll do unpaved roads. And let's finish them off. It's 23-3. Come on. Fascist political forces have seized power in Bolivia. They always do that. It never really goes anywhere. Oop, Netherlands, yay. Okay. Look at our little country now. Do you think we could take them on? Probably, but we'll do that, and we will do... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. Hopefully we just win this fight. Yep, there we go. Okay. We finally conquered them. And that's a good sign. Ooh, the nationalists won too. That's funny. Czechoslovakia. Ooh, thank you guys. Alright, let's get these guys all the way over there, because it's time to take some more territory, because the Yunnan clique is not affiliated, the Guangxi clique is not affiliated, and the Hunan government's not affiliated. I believe the Guangdong is, though. Yeah, so I don't get that, so I don't get any port cities quite yet, but that's okay. We'll take over Tibet here soon as well. I think that's what I'm gonna do. For this first part, I'm gonna take those guys over, kind of show you where the unified front is for China at this point, and then kind of go off from there. It's funny because like you start the game off with it just looks hopeless, like you're stuck with just one territory. What are you gonna do? Like just build up, like how are you gonna build it up enough to really matter? But it's honestly, they give you the tools, you just have to know how to use them. So we take that one and that one and then that one. We're doing that and we're doing that. Alright, let's do this. And here shortly we'll take over Tibet. And glorious China will be at least halfway reunited so we can take out the Republic. Ooh, not wait. I definitely accept Poland. Thank you. Alright. Look at our territory. We've expanded so much in such a short 50-week period of time. Hopefully the Yunnan clique won't be too much of a resistance for me. We're almost done with marine engines. That's cool. Looks like territory's in revolt. Is that our territory, or... Was that France? They want to give me some money? you die on this? Yeah, I do. It's fine. There's no city, so it's not going to break apart. It just... The only thing is it might... the only thing is it might actually rebel. So what it would do is it would just go to the Zhangjiang clique. It always just does that. It's kind of annoying. It'll give territories ears to other countries without really giving you much a chance to fight for it. Can't tell, is that what it just did? Better not have. No, I think it ended, right? Yep. Look at that. Wow, we're having a tough time with these guys. Look at us, 51st. 51st in the world. Already up 6 ranks. That's how we do it here. And how many people do we control already? 64 million. We'll do scientific method. Come on. One of these days. One of these days. We'll get it. Thanks, UK. No, I don't want to talk with you, Yunnan clique. Who do you think this is? As soon as I send more troops, that's when it's like, all right, we're gonna cross the field now. All right, so civil disobedience. Okay. Did I get a barracks? No. Okay, those barracks are still being made. Pretty soon, though. Okay, so this territory will be done here soon. All these damn warlords. Always getting in the way. Is that Russia? No, it's not Russia. It's Australia. Tibet's going to remain free. Just for a little bit longer. Probably until part 2. I think we will have to free Tibet from itself here shortly. If the Yunnan clique wants to give up, like, geez, these guys are fighting tough. I respect them. They're like, look, hey, we need to hold out. We need to hold out so the script will give us to the Republic of China to fight the communists, the communist bastards. Meh. It's the bamboo. The bamboo and the paper. There we go. We beat Yunnan. I'm mocking, of course. That's there's an extremely racist thing that's been going around about certain things, and it's definitely unacceptable. Okay, so we're gonna move these guys here, move these guys here. Okay, so, and then let's take the, cool, let's do a barracks, let's do a barracks, let's do an ironworks, and then that. Oh, there we go. We can have 2 infantry now. And we are good. I would do that. Alright. Alright, here we go. Another look just before we go. We got this much territory so far. Tibet comes next. They'll be next. These guys. Probably Shaanxi after that, and then maybe, just maybe we'll have enough to take out Republic. But for right now, I think that's where I'm gonna leave you guys off. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below for other scenarios you want to see for this game, for other games, whatever you want to see. Subscribe for more. Check out the website bobbydhutchinson.com for news on the book. Subscribe to the email list. Check me on the socials. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.